Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be providing a market analysis update for Aptos. We're going to talk about this very key range that we've been consolidating in for over the last month, ranging from $3.80 all the way up to around $5.40. We'll talk about some moving averages as well as this longer term downtrend with the lower highs. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, by the way, I'm fairly active over at Twitter. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, I will leave a link to that in the description below. So with Aptos, we've really just been consolidating in this range with the support, the range lows right around $3.85, and then the resistance at the range highs, $5.38. So we've been consolidating in this for a very long period of time. If I take a measured move of when we entered it right here on November 8th, it has been about 40 days so far. So you can see that move where we've basically just been oscillating from the support to the resistance to the support and just continuing that pattern. And we're getting fairly close back down to that range low area. So I would watch out for that into the next few days, where if we do come back down to that zone, which is about 6% down from where we are today, then I would watch out for how Aptos reacts off this zone. Are we going to get another bounce of support and another retest similar to the last three previous attempts where we see buyers in demand to start to step in? Or will we start to break down from here and lose that area of support? And the scenario in which we break the support and we start to form lower lows is something that we're seeing with a lot of other altcoins happen right now, where many of them are breaking below support, losing their lows from back here in the previous few months, and actually losing their longer term ranges. And just to give you guys a little bit more of an example of what I'm talking about, here we go with Solana. It's broken down below support, it's made lower lows, and it's exited that longer term range. Same thing for Polkadot. It had that range with the support back from the July lows, starting to break down, forming those lower lows. Same thing here with Cardano. And the list is really endless with all these altcoins losing their support levels and making those lower lows. So that's really what we want to avoid here with Aptos, where we don't want to see that range low start to break. But if we do get those signs where we start to come back down and close under this, if we start to flag or consolidate, this would be a very bearish sign to which I would look for a continuation of this downtrend. And I would look for some much lower levels as our targets, because we've seen how with many other altcoins, breaking below support, breaking outside the range has led to a continuation of that trend and has led to the formation of lower lows by a pretty significant percentage. So watch out for that into the next few days and the next few weeks. If we retest this zone and instead we're actually going to be holding it as support, and just as an illustration, if we get something like this, where we get that retest, have a strong bounce off of it, then I would watch out for the 20 period average, which is this yellow line. Now, this has been averaging down, and this has been a point of resistance over the last few weeks. We've seen that have these multiple retests throughout December, each one coming up to this level and then rejecting off of it and then continuing lower. So we've seen this act as resistance. It is downward sloping. If we do get a bounce off that range low of support, watch for that as our next point of resistance. And you can see if I were to extend this moving average out, we could have a retest at some lower valuations into the next few days, considering it has been averaging down. And lastly, I do want to talk about the formation of this longer term downtrend with the lower highs. So I just want to remove all these drawings real quick and then take this downtrend line to which we've had all these lower highs forming off of over the last several months of Aptos' entire history. Now, there's really no perfect best fit line, but you can see quite clearly that we've been forming these lower highs, coming up to these valuations and rejecting off of this trend line. So in general, this is the trend that you really want to see break for Aptos to start to get a little bit more bullish, because as long as we're forming these longer term lower highs, sellers are going to keep coming in and anticipating these moves up to lower valuations and pushing price down to put some pressure on these lows. So really watch out for a break of this longer term downtrend, whether that's in a few weeks, a few months, or whenever that may be. Really watch for a break of this longer term downtrend where we're no longer having the pressure on these lower highs coming back down and then retesting the support over and over again. So I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out my Twitter page. I will leave a link to that in the description below. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.